Just like the Coyotes got bumped from Main Valley, we got bumped from Main Studio.
Literally, exactly same reason.
But Petey, luckily you and I did get to watch the game. I know there's a lot of people in the chat who probably missed a good chunk, but don't worry, we'll break it all down for you. Thank you so much for tuning into the PHNX Coyotes postgame show. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe wherever you get your podcasts, and leave us a 5-star review. I'm Leah here with Petey. We got Sean behind the scenes, Craig calling in from Mullett shortly. Petey, the Coyotes are not great against the Dallas Stars.
No, it's what is it? 12-4 combined at the Mullett this year. Yeah, the better team won. I mean, sometimes the Coyotes hang around with the goaltending and maybe get a power play goal late and hang around. They didn't do that. Dallas is a good hockey team. They're battling for first over on the Central Division for a reason. They're good from the goaltender on out. They're deep, they're fast, and they defend extremely well. The Coyotes, I didn't feel, had a real offensive threat in this game, at least for the last 40 minutes. They had nothing, and they couldn't get to the interior. They couldn't get good shots on net. They didn't really even have any good scoring chances at the end. So this one's all Dallas, and it's a team. Look out for this team in the playoffs, because people aren't talking about them. People are talking about Colorado and Edmonton, but look out for Dallas. That team's built really well.
Yeah, there was no Mullett magic tonight. And it's funny because the Coyotes were down 2 goals in the third, and Craig went in the Discord and said, oh, it's a 2-goal deficit. Like, this is where the Coyotes thrive. And they just didn't have it in them. But it wasn't just that. Dallas just outplayed them. They just did. They gave the first line no chances. They just completely smothered the Coyotes offense, and there wasn't that magical push that we've seen at Mullett on and on again this season. It was just Dallas, like you said, Dallas was the better team tonight.
And when the Coyotes are, you can tell when the Coyotes are going to come back. And Sean DePaz has become an expert of the Coyote money line, because when they're playing well and they're skating and they're flying, you go, yeah, that's the Coyotes. I don't think they ever had that today. And it's funny. Last time they had an extended time off between games, they kind of came out flat like this on that game too, because it's hard to get in the rhythm of that game, day off, game, day off, game, day off. And they had 3 days between games, and 2 of those were days off. So yeah, I just thought they looked flat. I didn't think they looked like they had a lot of energy, a lot of zip in tonight. And I know they come out and win the first period, but they still don't look like they were in it. I mean, you look at the shots, and we'll get to the numbers in a bit, but they weren't there. This Dallas Stars team, that Robertson kid, just set the franchise record for the Dallas Stars. By the way, they've had good players there, including Mike Modano.
Yeah. Jason Robertson had a hand in, I think, every single goal.
4 of the 5.
Okay, 4 of the 5.
Not the empty netter.
Yeah, not the empty net goal. But oh my God, he's just unreal. He's unreal.
Yeah, he is, and it's funny because
he was almost our player of the game.
When you watch McDavid play, you go, wow, you really notice him. And I don't want to say you don't notice Robertson, but he's like a quiet star. Like he's an exceptional hockey player. He just does little things really, really well. He's got a great reach. He's got an unbelievable shot. His hands are quick, skates pretty well, but not exceptionally fast like McDavid does. But my goodness, he's on the verge of 100 points this season. It's just absolutely phenomenal. He's a fun kid to watch. And I say it, this team with the way Jamie Benn's playing right now in a secondary scoring role, and Pavelski is again having another good season. This team's to be reckoned with. Watch out for Miro Heiskanen too. So anyway, that's enough flowers for the Stars probably, but they played really well.
Until right now when we look at the numbers in this one. This was a kind of a classic. There's a couple of different classic Coyotes games. One is they outshoot their opponent and somehow lose. The other is they get severely outshot almost 2-1, and that was tonight. Coyotes outshot 31-17 by the Stars. Both teams capitalized on their power plays. Dallas 1 for 5. Again, just giving the Coyotes giving them way too many opportunities, including the double minor, which was, I think they ended up killing off. Just unfortunate though. Coyotes though 1 for 2, made the most of it. But yeah, overall, I think we've already said just Dallas was better.
Yeah, and the shots on goal thing's interesting to me because you get 17 shots. Coyotes had 9 in the first, and you ended up with 8 over the last 2 periods. And even in the third period, for the first 10 minutes, they had 1 shot. you're trying to make a push in the Mullett, they usually start to come on strong in the start of the third period. And that just, again, it just didn't happen. They just didn't seem to have their legs today. Even Keller and Schmaltz didn't seem to have their usual magic that they had offensively over the last little bit at the Mullett. So it's one you move past. And we said when we looked at the schedule that this one was going to be a tough one, and they got San Jose coming in tomorrow. So I said that was the one they're going to get points at, and I still feel that way.
Yeah, I think they'll bounce back tomorrow. Usually this team has a bit of a better effort in them than tonight. I can see it, and I mean they still did. Even when they pulled the goalie at the end, there was a flurry of chances, and I never count this team out now. It's so weird. But yeah, just there's 6 games left. We're kind of just in the trenches here, trying to get through the end.
Did you see?
So let's read. So we have 2 super chats. Yeah. We'll read Altex first because it's the conversation in the chat. Altex sent a $5 super chat. Thank you, Altex. Said, my friend Sophia, who's a Cavs fan, made a mean remark to me earlier. Guess who's back? Who? Not Zach Kassian. I couldn't have been more hurt.
And they are right. This team just can't find their chemistry without big Zach Kassian on the lineup. They have not got a win since he's been on the lineup.
Come on, something's missing.
Get the tinfoil hat on. I'll text that. Maybe he's the jelly that keeps us all together. I don't know.
Yeah. We also have a super chat from right before the show started from Roaring Fork. $15 said, my wife has been to every home game this year, but will miss the season finale due to a work trip. She deserves props for her dedication to the Yotes, and I deserve mine for marrying up. Absolutely, wow. She does, and absolutely you do. And you guys are the best.
Met them both, yes. And I might have to agree. Maybe you did. Can you say Stop that? It. This thing isn't on. No one's listening, are they? No, but that's impressive. Make it every home game and you missed the last one of the year. That's
I know.
Tough.
Bummer.
Oh, well.
That is a bummer.
They can tune in, Dustin. I'm sure we'll talk about it.
I'm sure we will. Or maybe we won't. Maybe we'll have given up at that point in
game 82. Game 82 gets over. And it's over. Zach Kassian, we asked about him today. We looked for him when we were at the ice stand, and no sign of Zach Kassian. Apparently, he skated before practice with some of the skating coaches, but he's not quite ready to rejoin the team, hopefully soon. Yep. Because I think that is the missing cog in the wheel, is Zach Kassian.
Well, I don't want to stay too negative for long, but I do want to go over your keys to the game, Petey, and see how everybody did.
Shake off the dust. A good start in the first period. I'm going to go. I know Dallas scored a minute and a half in, but after that, they came back. They ended the first period strong. So I think we'll give them a bell on the first one. Between the blue lines, no neutral zone turnovers. Are you out of your mind? So 2 of the first 3 goals for the Dallas Stars are directly off turnovers by the Arizona Coyotes. They did not manage the puck well between the blue lines. No chance on that one. Keller continuing a hot streak. This is tough for me because he does get an assist. He keeps an assist streak or his point streak going. I just didn't feel like that was a Clayton Keller game. I didn't feel like he was noticeable tonight. I didn't feel like he played 20 minutes. He had no shots on goal. He had 2 attempts blocked, but no shots on goal after playing 20 minutes on the ice. I just didn't feel it. So I can't give him a hot streak for Keller. And
so
with that, 1 out of 3.
It's a loss.
It's a loss.
The math keeps mathin', Petey.
The math is mathin'.
But
yeah, it's one of those games you look at it and the Coyotes just didn't, I don't want to say they didn't play well. They tried to do some things right, turned over the puck too much, and they just didn't look fast. And when they're good, they look fast. And you go, oh my gosh, they're all over teams. And it was just the reverse. Dallas was just all over the Coyotes. Coyotes couldn't move. They had no open lanes. They had no ice to skate into. It was all Stars. So we'll move on and start talking about those pesky Sharks.
Yep, absolutely. I do want to stick on Clayton Keller for just a second, because even though it wasn't his night tonight and he was quieter than he normally has been, it didn't stop him from continuing his point streak, which now extends to 14 games.
That's unbelievable.
And he had his 82nd point tonight, so he's continuing to inch closer to that Keith Tkachuk record, just 4 points away now with 6 games remaining, and he's at a point per game. So if he continues at this pace and gets a game in the final 6, he will pass that record for single season points in Coyotes history. So obviously we've been keeping an eye on this for the last 14 games, but a 14-game point streak is unreal. Plus, even before tonight, so 23 points coming into tonight, now 24, the most a Coyote has ever recorded in a calendar month in team history.
Come on, really?
Yep.
Why do you come up with this stuff, Leah?
The PR staff is a very hardworking bunch, and we appreciate them a lot.
When I tell you what,
little tidbits.
I said I didn't think that was a normal Clayton Keller game. I just didn't see the regular spring in a step. Calling it tomorrow. It's a multi-point game tomorrow.
Ooh, I like it.
Streak stays alive, and he gets 2 points.
I like it.
Multi-point game against the Sharks.
Sure. Take out your BetMGM app for that one.
BetMGM app.
Someone who did have a multi-point night was Travis Boyd.
Boyd Howdy. Do you know where he's
from?
Boyd
Howdy. And he's tonight's player of the game because of that.
He's a Minnesota native.
The Cowboy. That's a good one, Sean.
Cowboy.
2 assists. And
that's fish on the picture, though, but that's okay.
That's okay.
Is that
Sean did Boyd dirty? No, it's okay.
Boyd's in the background. So you see him there? He's way in the back. He's after his goal.
We can use our imagination.
Yeah. Boyd Howdy.
Boyd 17th and 18th assist. His 18th assist ties a career high. So congratulations, Travis Boyd, on being the player of the game. And if you want to take Petey's advice and bet Clayton Keller, maybe even first goal scorer if you want to get crazy with it, you can do so on the BetMGM app. We are so excited to have teamed up with BetMGM. And if you haven't signed up yet, use bonus code PHNX and you'll get $200 in bonus bets on your first wager with BetMGM, which is what Petey's wife did today.
Yes, she did.
And won quite a bit of coin betting on Iowa.
Iowa Hawkeyes. I did the same, and I got my 200 free bets.
Love it.
Bets today.
So
go Hawkeyes.
Download the BetMGM app and use bonus code PHNX. Place a pregame moneyline wager in the amount of at least $10 on any market at standard odds price, and you'll receive $200 in bonus bets instantly, regardless of the outcome of your wager. Just make sure you use bonus code PHNX when you sign up. And to kick off this partnership, we're doing a massive watch party this Saturday at 2 p.m. That's tomorrow at the BetMGM Sportsbook at State Farm Stadium. It's a state-of-the-art facility. It's amazing. So come watch the last stages of college basketball, the men's college basketball, as they'll have food and beverage specials, giveaways, and massive TVs to watch the game on. Plus, if you register and place your first bet with promo code PHNX when you sign up, you'll receive a PHNX shirt. And now, listen to Shane talk about the disclaimer.
Disclaimer, 21 plus to wager. Visit BetMGM.com for terms and conditions. U.S. promotional offers not available in Washington, D.C., Mississippi, Nevada, New York, and Ontario. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Colorado, D.C., Illinois, Indiana, Louisiana, Maryland, Mississippi, New Jersey, Ohio, Pennsylvania, Tennessee, Virginia, West Virginia, Wyoming. Call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369, New York. Call 1-800-NEXT-STEP, Arizona. 1-800-522-4700, Kansas, Nevada. 1-800-327-5050, Massachusetts. 1-800-BETS-OFF, Iowa. 1-800-270-7117 for confidential help, Michigan.
Woo! Love that every time. Also, we can bring in Craig. I feel bad that he's waiting.
Yeah, he's just standing there watching. There he is. Oh, did Craig get a haircut?
Oh, hi.
Hey.
It's late for Craig. Another tough day.
What's up, guys?
Craig, how's your stomach feeling after beer bonging an IPA at Four Peaks the other day?
It took a day. It took a day for me to recover.
I have to say the same for the maple syrup.
Oh, I watched that back today, and that's tough to watch.
Disgusting.
Yeah.
Beautiful location though.
I gotta say
it was good.
I gotta say it's funny every time I see that BetMGM Sportsbook, and you can see State Farm Stadium in the background. You can also see what Michael Bidwell affectionately called the garage, which is now Desert Diamonds something, whatever. Who cares? Anyway, HK Glendale.
But speaking of the Cardinals for one more second, with a new coach and a new GM, the Cardinals have the 3rd pick in the draft. It's a big moment and the best place to take it all in. And the rest of the NFL draft on April 27th is the Four Peaks H Street Pub. Obviously, if you came to the draft party last year for the Coyotes at Four Peaks, you know how much of a good time it was. Good food, good drinks, good vibes. So come on down. April 27th. Must be 21 or older to drink. And enjoy responsibly. But you don't have to be 21 to come to Four Peaks because they have, like I said, they have great food as well. Craig?
Yeah?
Thoughts on the game, if any?
It was a game. They have a tough time matching up against this team.
Yeah,
Dallas plays with pace. Dallas plays a direct game. They get in on you, and they make you defend. They make you break it out a lot. And guys had a tough time against them again tonight. I thought they got pretty well outplayed again in this game, and Andre thought the same. So that's not all bad, right? They're still a point away from Montreal. They're going to finish 5th or 6th, worst. It's pretty much where they're locked in now. It all depends on what happens over these final few games. But as I just tweeted, Ivan Prosvetov will be back in goal tomorrow against the San Jose Sharks. I know a lot of people have been wondering, what are they doing with Ivan? He hasn't played in a long while. Andre said, he's honest about it. It's been weird. It's been a little tough managing these guys, but they explained to him what was happening from the start. It is what it is. It's not easy. You can't keep 3 goalies happy when you're rotating like this, but that's the way it's going to be for the rest of the season, apparently. At least the Tucson Roadrunners aren't seeming to miss Ivan Prosvetov all that much. It looks like they're in a pretty comfortable playoff position at this point.
Yeah.
Will he go down after then, Craig? Will he join the team after this season?
Yeah,
I gotta think so, right?
Believe he will. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, we'll get to Tucson in just a second, but it has been an interesting goalie situation, and I'm glad we'll get to see him in net tomorrow. I do want to give 2 shout-outs. Number 1, happy birthday, Connor Ingram. Today is his birthday, an Aries king. And today was Veggie's 100th career game. So congratulations, Valimaki. Maybe not his best game, maybe not one he'll always look back on fondly. I felt like it wasn't his best, but that's okay because it all serves a greater purpose for this team. Hopefully.
It was also Jacob Chikrin's birthday today.
Happy birthday, Jacob Chikrin.
I did see his happy birthday.
His Instagram wearing a Ottawa Senators jersey as a little kid. It's like, yeah, I think every day he's just happy to be there. He's just happy to be there. Okay. Couple other quick things about this game before we check in on Tucson and the CHL playoffs. But Connor Mackey scored his first goal as a Coyote tonight. And Juuso Välimäki scored, Valimaki. And the Discord was on fire tonight with it being like Mackey, return to the Mac. I don't know. It was great. So I just want to shout out the Discord and acknowledge that there was a lot of
2 Calgary Flame defensemen
going on.
Thank you, Brad Trellitti, for that.
And I think it was like the first time 2 Coyotes defensemen had scored in the same period since the Boston game in October or something like that. So, PD, you say it all the time. It's someone different every night, even though they didn't win. But it's someone different every night. And
it's funny. Both of those goals, though, in both of those goals, it's because someone's driving the net. And in the first one, it's Barrett Hayton when you look at the power play goal by Valimaki, and then it's Christian Fischer on the Mackey goal. So it's hard to score on this Dallas Stars team because you can't get to the interior and you can't get to the net front. And when the Coyotes did, they were able to get it by them. So it's hard, but you got to keep trying to get guys driving to that net. So when they do, they're successful.
Yep.
Craig looks concerned.
Yeah, what's wrong, Craig?
It's like Craig wonders. That should
be
the
Craig doesn't want to talk about the game anymore. So I know when he's ready to move on. Am I right?
Yeah, I was ready with 5 minutes left in the third period, actually.
Okay. Well, let's start with the Tucson Roadrunners then, who we've been keeping an eye on because they're making a playoff push. They have a really important series this weekend against Bakersfield. And this one was a tight matchup tonight in Bakersfield. 2-2, went to overtime. And unfortunately, the Roadrunners lost on, get this, a too many men penalty in which Bakersfield capitalized on their power play to win it in overtime, as someone, again, in the Discord, which was on fire tonight, by the way, said the apple doesn't fall far from the tree from NHL to AHL with that one. But Michael Carconi and Ryan McGregor scored for Tucson. It was their 3rd straight overtime game, but because it was just a 1-point game, they appear to have not lost too much ground, right, Craig?
Yeah, they're only 1 behind Bakersfield, but more importantly, they've got a cushion, over the team behind them. I think it's still San Jose. I don't think they're going to miss the playoffs anymore. I think they're in a pretty good spot. And listen, if they can go get a win in Bakersfield tomorrow, they can leapfrog the Condors and keep climbing up. I saw Ontario was losing. I didn't see a final on that, but there's still a chance they can climb a couple spots in the standings here and improve their playoff position, but it does look like the Roadrunners are going to get in. So that's a good sign. Again, we've been saying this a lot recently, but with all the shuffling of players up and down between Tucson and Arizona, and I should say Tempe, and then an addition of Josh Doan, it's a tough job for the coaching staff down there. Steve Potvin and his staff have done a really nice job of getting them in playoff position. And I got to add this as long as it's relevant right now. And I don't have any kind of confirmation, guys, but I am not feeling confident that John Farinacci is going to sign with the Arizona Coyotes at this point. This has gone on a long time. And if you look what's happened with his 4 Harvard teammates, they all signed and got to burn the first year of their ELC. That may be the hang up here. I don't know what's going on, but it's odd that he hasn't signed at this point. They only own his rights until August 15th. I just get the feeling that they've hit a snag here, and John Farinacci may just be walking out the door, but we'll see what develops over the next few days. Now, look, when I say that, he's a great kid. I've been talking to him for a few years. I know his uncle as well, Teddy Donato, who coaches Harvard. If he walks out the door and you don't get anything for him, I'm sure they'll try to get something for him. It's not going to be the end of the world if you lose a John Farinacci. It's not like he was a player who's going to make or break your system. It just gives you a little more depth up front and at the center position. So we'll see how it plays out over the next couple of days. But this delay, like I thought initially that he was going to sign really quickly, but this delay gives me the sense that they just can't come to an agreement, and it may focus on that, that ability to burn a year of his ELC. I don't think it makes sense for the Coyotes to do with a player like John Farinacci. He's a guy who belongs in the AHL to develop. So if that's the hang up, but I don't know, I get it.
Interesting. That one definitely took a turn that I didn't expect, but obviously you'll have full updates as you get them, I'm sure. Okay, well, moving to the CHL, and speaking of more Coyotes prospects, we're going to do a quick, I guess, around the horn check-in on the CHL Coyotes prospects. And we'll start with Dylan Guenther in Seattle, who had a huge night in their 3-2 win over Kelowna. 2 goals, 1 assist for Dylan Guenther.
Yeah.
Had a part in every goal tonight, just making an impact, which I'm sure is the reason Seattle traded for his rights when they did at the time.
Yeah, and when he first went up there, I mean, it's not like he wasn't producing. He was still at least a point per game guy, but toward the end of the season, he really seemed to find his comfort zone and was really playing well for them. And then game 1, they were down in this game to Kelowna, at home as the top seed in the conference. So that didn't look good, but Dylan Guenther to the rescue. Obviously scored 2 goals, but figured in all 3 goals tonight in a 3-2 win. So it looks like Dylan Guenther is starting to enjoy himself again in the WHL playoffs.
That's good, because I know he maybe wasn't thrilled to be going back, but
yeah,
to be on the but to be on a championship run, and I know he was last season, but then he unfortunately had the injury, so hopefully he can stay healthy and kind of go on this deep run and experience those types.
Can I just say this?
Yes.
And I'm not saying that this is going to be, it has to change because I don't like it, but I don't like the nickname Spicy Dill at all. And I'm not sure Dylan Guenther likes it either. So we should come up with some options in the chat for people. What else could we call Dylan Guenther? Obviously he was called Gunner. That one's not so great either. If you could pick 4 options, throw them out there in the chat over the next few days. Come up with another nickname for Dylan Guenther. That's all I got.
Yep, I've heard that too, Craig. But he better tell literally every social media manager out there, because that's all people use.
Well, we can start the trend.
We'll start the trend. We can do it.
Yeah, I'm all in, but unfortunately it might be worse.
I'm confident in our ability to start trends.
It might be worse though, so be careful what you wish for. So just saying.
It could be.
Oh boy.
Golden guns, gunny. Okay. Keep giving this D-gun. Keep sending your suggestions in the chat, and we can come to an agreement. All right. Moving on, we'll stick in the WHL. Connor Geeky didn't have any points tonight, but Winnipeg won 5-3 over Medicine Hat. Still one of my favorite names for a city ever. Just like,
totally agree.
It's so random. And then moving to Quebec, you got Maverick, Lamoureux, and Mannix Landry on Drummondville. They lost 5-4 in double overtime to Victoriaville. But Lamoureux had a goal and an assist. Mannix Landry had an assist. So the Coyotes prospects had a showing in that one. And then Jeremy Langlois, for the Quebec Ramparts, they won 4-0 over Charlottetown. No points for him, but his team won. So that's kind of your quick update on the Coyotes CHL prospects.
Have you guys found any way to watch the CHL playoffs through streaming, guys? I know there's CHL TV that you have to pay for, but have you found any way to watch them?
You mean alternative streaming, Craig?
I mean, if anyone would know, you would, Leah.
I know.
Lawbreaker.
I don't have time. How do you have time? Like, we got to watch more? I don't know how you can watch a
little bit. I'd like to watch a little bit of the CHL playoffs.
Well, we'll figure something out.
Well, the Discord will probably know because we were talking about VPNs and crazy stuff tonight. So
we'll help you out after.
Just send me instructions. Whoever wants to do that, go ahead. Just send me.
Meet me in the alley and we'll
step by step. Okay. Taking into account my age.
Laughing said, Craig is asking us to do crimes.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's right.
Exactly.
Oh man!
And also your name and address so that I can direct the authorities.
Yes.
Oh my gosh! All right, Craig. Well, before we let you go, I want to revisit a topic we discussed on Wednesday's show, which was the airport. I think there was a lot of confusion and still kind of is. At least on my part, and I know you kind of wanted to get a little more detailed, which you did in your neutral zone as well. So definitely go check that out because Craig consulted a legal expert with a lot of great information in there. But Craig, I'll give you the floor to kind of summarize what you've learned over the last couple of days.
Yeah, and listen, a lot of what I had heard going before I did that interview was, oh, they got no case. And here's the problem. I don't know law. I don't know FAA law, and none of us do, honestly. I mean, there may be some people in the chat who are more versed in it than us, but the sense I got from that legal analyst, and it's obviously someone who I trust, someone I've tapped in the past who really knows the game. He's like, there's no chance that this is not going to a hearing unless they settle. It's going to a hearing. So they could delay this process. And as you probably read in neutral zone, he's like, I'm not talking about years, but it could go a year. And does that affect financing? Does that affecting the bonding, their ability to raise money? I don't know the answers to these questions. Again, I'm not a legal expert. And I almost want to apologize for making the mistake on the show of maybe making it sound too clean cut, because I was guilty of doing something that I harp on others for not doing. I didn't do enough reporting before I opined on that. So I just want to put that out there that it's never as clear cut as it seems. And I don't know the law. So we're going to have to wait and see how this plays out. There are a lot of opinions. I'm sure you guys have seen some other opinions that are like, oh yeah, they got no chance. And these are legal analysts as well. It just shows how complex the law is. And we have no idea what's coming until this thing gets to court.
Yep, definitely. It's a wait and see sort of situation with this one. And when it comes to the Coyotes, it's never easy and it's never simple. So
yeah, but to be clear too, like on this, I know people are lumping the Coyotes in here. This is a lawsuit from Phoenix against Tempe. This is about Phoenix Tempe. This isn't about the Coyotes. I know people want to, look at the Coyotes again, screwing things up. Coyotes had nothing to do with this. This is about Tempe and Phoenix, the feud that's been going for a very long time, all the way back to the Cardinal Stadium. And even farther, this feud has existed. So we'll see how it plays out.
Yep, absolutely. Craig, any final thoughts before we let you go?
Let's do it again tomorrow.
Let's do it again tomorrow. It's all freaking back-to-backs. Hey, this is the last back-to-back of the season.
Yeah, but not even the last 7:30 start. So anyway, I'll see you in half a day in
at BetMGM.
That's right.
MGM.
Can't wait. All right, Craig. We'll get home safe.
See you guys.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. I want to make sure we didn't forget the super chat from Riley Riles, 37, $5 super chat said, love your show. Listening while delivering pizza in Alaska. Go Yotes.
What?
Okay, Riley. Thank you. Appreciate you.
Riley, buddy. I don't know what the weather is. It was 80 degrees and almost too hot here today. I wonder what the weather in Alaska is today delivering pizza. Today. It was warm here. It was 70. Didn't it get 70?
Fair enough. But
it's hot.
Appreciate you. And
That's
then we got a
unreal.
$1.99 super chat from our friend Vaguely Sober. PHNX Vaguely Sober Drive-By. We love to see it.
And they need a little help right now
by.
too. Up there at the DNVR Colorado Avalanche site, they need a little help. They needed a little help from the Coyotes tonight.
Yeah,
sorry, it didn't happen. Sorry, not sorry. There's a lot of that. That's tight. It's a really tight. Minnesota's in Vegas tomorrow. There's some tight matchups. That Central Division, those three teams are, whew, boy howdy.
Boy howdy is right. Well, PD, I was driving around yesterday doing errands on my day off, and every single like park strip mall that I parked in, there was a Circle K, like
everywhere,
all over the valley.
When you start looking for them, they're everywhere.
Circle K.
Yes.
And I was like, I thought about going inside and getting the salt and pepper chips, but I ended up not, just for a little bit of self-control, because I'm hoping we get that snack cart restocked here soon. But yeah, Circle K is everywhere. And make sure you're not missing out on all the great snacks that we talk about all of the time. They also have great gas, great drinks, great coffee. So make sure you're stocked up, because March Madness is almost over. So we got the final weekend of lots of games coming up. We got the women's championship game on Sunday. So stock up, head to circlek.com/store-locator to find Circle K's near you. And I promise you, there definitely will be. And like Craig mentioned, this is a 7:30 start. We got one more. And I find it's very, very hard to get to bed after we finish a post-game show.
Hard to unwind.
It is, which is why I like OGs, because they have the sleep edition gummies, which they're just a really great way to help you get asleep and stay asleep as well. And then you also wake up the next morning and you don't feel groggy or weird. Like, they're just amazing. OGs has something for everyone. They have microdose gummies, THC, CBD 2-to-1 ratio gummies with the strawberries and cream. They just have amazing flavors as well. So as always, you can find them at your local dispensary by checking out ogsbrands.com. You must be 21 or older to enjoy. All right, PD. It's time for our Tank-a-thon.
Oh, boy.
And we're going to do it. Sean found a way. Home? No, we haven't, but Sean found a way.
He did?
Yes, he did. Look at this.
Yeah. Look at this. Sean DePaz is a wizard.
He is him, as you would say.
He is him.
So we are simulating the NHL draft lottery every post-game show for the rest of the season. So far, the Coyotes have had terrible lottery luck. And so far, Ottawa has maintained at 12.
12 spot the whole time.
So the Coyotes are starting in 6th right now. Sean, take it away.
Let her go. Let's go.
LFG. And they
are in 6. And
Chicago won. Oh, and Montreal moved up to 2. These have all been terrible.
But maybe this is just getting all of these out of our system.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what it is. And getting out in the universe, and these aren't the right ones. And Coyotes are going to get that.
I'm okay. I'm okay with Ottawa maintaining at 12, because I'd rather them stay than move down. And Ottawa, they had a big win last night. Nothing's impossible. Like, they're not mathematically eliminated from the playoffs by any means. The wild card races in both conferences actually are really heating up. But
I mean, there's still a chance. So if they with 7 games to go for Ottawa, you're still looking at Washington, St. Louis, Detroit, and Vancouver, all within striking distance, a game or 2 behind Ottawa. It's not impossible for them to jump over Ottawa, but Ottawa's tied with the Sabres and a couple back from Nashville, so they can go up or down. And I will say, the wagon that is the Buffalo Sabres got Devin Levi in the net tonight for his first NHL game and his first NHL win.
I love stuff like that so much.
Yeah, it was really
Sean
cool.
is nodding off camera.
Yeah, really cool. So anyway, we'll see. And it's just, here's my frustration with the simulator. There is no chance that when I talked about this team in August and September, that we'd be looking at arguing if this team is going to finish 6th or 5th to last. Are you out of your mind? I said this team is solidly last. Boy, was I wrong. I mean, wrong. This team's going to end up with 70 points. 70 points. 57 last year. 13 points better than a year ago. Okay.
Can they just play Dallas for the last 6 games?
Yeah, I think they're being. If they could have played Dallas for 82, I think we'd be in a different spot. But
Nicholas said I just did one and we won it. Okay, well,
see, Nicholas,
you need to provide the good vibes to the actual draft lottery.
Yeah, when we got to put everybody in the Discord and bring in their that day, everybody's got to bring their rabbit's feet, their lucky charms, whatever it is. Make sure you bring it to 4-leaf clovers, etc.
Absolutely. Okay, well, let's see. I think, are we at the point where we can fit the... No, we're like we're 2 games away from fitting the entire rest of the schedule on the upcoming schedule graphic. But let's see what's coming up for the Coyotes. San Jose tomorrow night at 7. PD's convinced that's a Coyotes win. And then it's a whole lot of Seattle. 3 of the remaining 6 games are against the Kraken, 2 on the road, 1 at home, with Anaheim in between on the 8th, which is my birthday, by the way. So that'll be a fun one. But yeah, we're in the final stretch here, Petey.
It's tough here. Seattle's the team that a year ago you said, oh, that's great. You got them 3 times and you might be able to get some wins. This year, this Seattle team's right now solidly in that first wild card spot. And I don't see that they're going to get launched from that spot. So I think they're in a playoffs and you're going to have to play that team 3 times. Yikes. That could be some losses coming up.
Yep, we shall see. I'm excited to see them, though. They haven't played them yet this season. So it's like the last team they haven't played this season.
Wow.
Which I'm sure we'll be happy the first game. And then by the 3rd game, we're going to say this again.
Yeah, no, exactly.
But that's just...
Yay, boy, howdy. Yep.
The Coyote schedule this season has just been this again with pretty much everything. What a season. And last but not least... the punch card.
Let's do it.
LFG. 6 losses in a row. And I mean, obviously there have been some extra points in there, but that feels pretty good here to end the season, especially considering what was happening on the line before this one.
Yeah, if they could have done it in 1 or 2 of those other lines, though, Leah, that they could have a couple of these, we'd be talking about.
I know.
Last or at least 4th.
Bedard, did you see Bedard's goal tonight in the playoffs?
I haven't yet. I'll see it tonight and cry. It's just sad.
I just scroll past it. I can't even bear to watch it.
I swear I don't even watch it. I see Bedard and I scroll by because I know it's... And if it ends up in Chicago, it's just... I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm clearly not going to quit because you can't quit. You got to keep moving forward. And I guess you wait for Celebrini.
Luke said 82 games against Dallas next season. Let's get Macklin celebrating. I love it. But Luke, somehow they would do that, and then all of a sudden they would like dominate and win because that's just what the Coyotes do. It's just what
lottery luck. Let's get the lottery luck.
Do.
Speaking of luck, we are going. Are you going to MGM tomorrow?
I am.
I'm going too. The DP, I'm assuming, will be there.
Yes, he will.
We're gonna watch a little hoops, and I will say this: I'm excited about it because it is right across the street from the stadium. So if you don't know how to get there, just pretend you're going to the stadium and it's across from the front doors. There's a little driveway there. I didn't know it was there. Like, it's a cool sports bar.
It's like brand new
it's
too.
Cool.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Maybe that's why. And I don't leave home. But it's really cool. I'm excited. Big screens. I'm excited. I'm still disappointed about the commercial shoot we did there. A little
that you didn't make the cut.
Yeah, I mean, we filmed all kinds of shit and I didn't make it. I'm like, I'm in the background.
Go talk to Shane and Jacob.
You two. You, Sean and Leah are in every edit. It's like, oh, those two again. Looks like they had fun. They must have connections with the guy that filmed it. I don't know. We'll see.
Oh man. Well,
anyway, it was. I'm looking forward to it. So
PD,
hopefully see some people there.
Something else I think might be a lucky charm for all of us if we all do this is buy the new Coyote shirt that we just dropped in the locker this week. This shirt is seriously unbelievable. If you haven't seen it, well, here it is. It is our brand new PHNX and Four Peaks collab shirt. You can grab yours now at phnxlocker.com. Get them while they're hot and join us for our season wrap party at Four Peaks 8th Street Pub before the Coyotes season finale on April 13th, starting at 5 p.m. And if you wear your brand new PHNX Coyotes Four Peaks shirt, you'll receive drink specials all night long. So make sure you order it now so you get it by then. And then we can all be matching. We could take a fun picture. And then the Coyotes will have good lottery luck because we worked as a team, just like the Coyotes did, which is why the Coyotes are going to be rewarded by the hockey gods in the draft lottery.
Wow, there's a lot going on there. By the way, do you know who ordered their Four Peaks?
You.
I did. Got my shirt
Amazing.
ordered today. I don't know when they're coming out or when I physically get it to wear it, but I have ordered it because it's got the Four Peaks Mountains on it. It's got a little faded, distressed look to it.
Oh, a lot of people in the chat saying they bought and have them shipped already.
Seriously?
Yeah.
I don't know. I never know. I just ordered it, but I'm excited about it. I like it. I don't know if I can pull off orange, but we'll see.
You just gotta get outside. Like
once I get the beard, I can do anything.
I don't want to go out in public. My mom was like commenting on your lack of beard.
Seriously,
to me
I can't stand it. Can't stand it. I just never again. I'll drink the syrup next time. I thought this would be the easy punishment.
Up to me.
Yeah, but it's over. This thing's still. I'm a week away.
Yeah,
can't wait.
You're close. But yeah, become a diehard at gophnx.com because if you do, you can get that shirt for free upon sign up, or you can get 20% off on merchandise and 20% off on our events as well. Just a lot of great reasons to become a diehard, including joining our Discord, which I have to say, like I always say, the Discord's amazing during game nights. Tonight was unreal, especially as we were all struggling through how to watch the game. Just a lot of hilarious Bally commercial proposals. It was a really fun night in the Discord. So if you are a diehard and you're not in the Discord, make sure you join. You can join on gophnx.com under the lounge tab. Become a diehard today. It's a lot of fun. You don't want to miss out. And you can grab the new shirt as your free shirt at sign up if you sign up right now. And 4 home games left, PD. 4 home games left. And if you want to see the Coyotes at Mullett in their first season at Mullett, you only have 4 games left to do so. And you can buy your tickets for that on the Game Time app. Save up to 60% on tickets when you buy your tickets last minute. And the best way to support us is by buying your tickets with the link below in our description.
Yep, and I got to start looking for my Blink 182 tickets for June.
I am waiting on John Mayer tickets on April 5th.
Where are they? Where is he going to be?
Footprint.
Yeah, I think that's where the Blink is too.
Yeah. And I'm literally waiting. I'm waiting till the day of for Game Time.
Are you really?
You know how stressed I am about this? It's fine, but I know I'm going to get the best deal.
Yeah, wow, I don't know if I can. I don't know if I can wait that long. Like I'm waiting, but I don't know if I have the guts and the fortitude.
That's okay. You'll still get a good deal on Game Time.
Yeah, if I'll wait a day or two, but not day of.
Any final thoughts tonight?
No, I just think this team is tired. This team is tired. They played a lot of games. They played 5 games in 7 days or 8 days, and then they had the 3 days with 2 days off, and they just didn't have it tonight. And against a much better team, I think tomorrow you're going to see a much quicker, faster Coyotes team. I think they're going to get off to the lead early, and I think this is a win for the Coyotes. And I think their better players will be better tomorrow. And I mean, Schmaltz, Keller, Hayton. I think they're going to be much more noticeable than they were tonight. And you just got to keep an eye on Erik Karlsson. I mean, the numbers he's putting up this season are amazing. So keep an eye on him tomorrow. If you can keep him off the score sheet, I think you got a chance.
Absolutely. So we'll be right back here tomorrow night for another post-game show. PD, it's 11 p.m. Hopefully we're not live at 11 p.m. anymore this season. Oh, just kidding. There's one more 7:30 start, so we'll see. But we appreciate all of you here in the chat. I know there was Suns tonight and D-backs tonight and women's basketball tonight. So thank you for choosing to be here and watching the Coyotes and watching our post-game show. We really do appreciate you. And be sure to subscribe to the PHNX Sports YouTube channel because we're live 5 days a week, no matter what, whether we're in season or off season, 5 days we are live. So subscribe, and you can follow us on Twitter at SPetersHockey, at Leah Merrill, at Craig S. Morgan, at Sean_DePaz. Follow the show at PHNX_Coyotes. And everybody enjoy the rest of your Friday night, and we will see you all tomorrow.